Hello, welcome to the tarot reading. There may be some background noise. I apologize. It's too hot to keep my windows closed, and I did turn the fan off, so hopefully that helps, but I live on a busy street and there are cars driving by. So that's that. It is June, so congratulations on being gay now that it's June. I'm curious what this week has in store for us, and this video is timeless, so whenever you're seeing it, that's when you're meant to see it. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I say I have answers. Do I? Maybe. I don't really know anything. But I did just four cards pulled. I did. I'm stupid. Okay. Page of Cups. That speaks to water signs. Somebody. Four of Wands. That's the 1111 card. It's like foundations. It's like we're celebrating the beginning of a new foundation. It is like we built this in a day. Look at that. It's not really like building it in a day, but it's like the culmination and like celebration of all that we built, and this is the day that it has been built and that we are acknowledging that, okay? And we're gonna like, it's like the starting point. It's like, yeah, we did all of this stuff, and now we're really gonna get going. We're really serious about this. Yeah, it's the 1111 card, so it's like intuition, maybe little signs from the universe coming around. Pay attention to those little signs. Pay attention to your intuition and the intuition of others. Also, I want to bring up the difference between internal intuition and external intuition. Internal intuition, it just comes from inside. It's like exactly what it sounds like, right? It just comes from the inside. It's just like you have a feeling, okay? I have a feeling about this. I kind of know. I think this is the way I'm going to go. Nothing told me, nothing showed me that this is the way that I should go, but I'm going to go this way because that's what feels correct to me today, okay? I had a little inkling. I had an inkling, okay? External intuition is when maybe you're like trying to do something, but then you get cut off. It's like signs from the universe. Again, it's like things happening in the world that are signaling you to go a different direction, right? So that's the difference between internal intuition and external intuition. So what I was going to say is it's important to tune into the external intuition. Okay, maybe some of you are the external intuition for other people, and maybe that's why I said and trusting other people's intuition, right? Okay, we're all in this. We're all in this together, okay? The Lovers. So we are picking a new path. It is Gemini season. So this is Gemini's card. And there's a little bit of rebellion here. There's a little bit of like, I want to do it my own way, and I'm going to find my people to do it with. Also, this is very much like I'm breaking away from how it has been done. I'm breaking away from tradition, maybe because of some little external intuition that told me to go in this other way. There's also like the Four of Wands indicates a wedding, right? So with the Lovers and the Four of Wands, some of you may be going to a wedding. Maybe some of you are getting married. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? And this is Four of Swords reversed, where I'm getting kind of like, this is like, I'm done waiting. And like, I'm hearing like intuitive. There's a lot of intuition. Okay, what I wanted to say was intrusive thoughts, like intrusive thoughts coming and being like, no, I'm done with you. I'm done with this. Like, I know that this is not me. Like, you're separating the intrusive thought from, like, what you know to be true and, like, what is, like, good for you. So you're not letting those bummer thoughts control you anymore. What I'm getting is kind of like these thoughts used to keep you in bed sometimes, you know, like literally keep you in bed and keep you from like doing things. And now we're kind of like, I'm over this. Like, I'm kind of putting this behind me, right? It was the last card that I saw. So it's just like it's not, it's like, whatever. We're putting this behind. No, we're not listening to those intrusive thoughts that say mean things. I also glanced down and just saw the Magician. So some of us are manifesting. Ooh, okay. 3 of Cups. This was face down also, though. I'm hearing gossip for some reason. Maybe some people are, like, talking behind your back, or you're talking behind someone else's back. I said this last week, didn't I? Ooh, it's still happening. It's still happening. And, like, it's kind of under this guise of, like, well, I'm just processing my feelings. But it's third party. It's third party conversations, isn't it? Like, again with that. And maybe we're talking about a water sign, you know? Like, maybe this Page of Cups is saying, like, hey, like, maybe it's you. You know, maybe the Page of Cups is like, these people are, like, talking about me and I don't appreciate it. I don't like that. Maybe you are in this dynamic and you are like, actually, this doesn't really feel good. It was like flipped around though. So like, right when it came out of my hand, the card was facing away from me. So I couldn't see it right away. So it might be like some behavioral patterns that you are engaging in where you're like, I know that I shouldn't be doing this, right? I have that intuition and also external intuition where like people are telling me actually, like I'm hearing this and I don't like the way that it's showing up. It might be actually like triggering some things for you. Like feelings of like self-worth, like low self-worth. I'm gonna shuffle these normal. Sorry. I'm being so silly right now. Yeah, so this third party dynamic is still happening. And I think you're ready to stop it. Let's see. What's the deal with this third party dynamic? Ooh. Oh, King of Swords. Ooh. Oh, and then we have Temperance reversed on the bottom here. So this could be dealing with a Sagittarius also, or something about Sagittarius season. Okay, but the King of Swords, this might be an air sign, like a person in power, right? It's possible that this person is one of the people starting the third-party conversations, or like kind of like starting the gossip, right? Especially with like the swords, like that is like words, right? Like you are using your words to say what is what. And I'm also like, you could just like cut this shit off. Like you don't have to engage in these types of conversations. As soon as they come up, you're allowed to disengage from conversations that you don't want to have. You're allowed to be like, okay, actually I'm seeing where this is going and I'm going to redirect. You could just say that. You're allowed. And people might talk shit about you behind your back. Ooh, well, who cares? Fuck them. That's none of your business. You know? Like, what other people say about you is none of your business. And you know who you are because you are, like, walking in your way. Does this make sense? Like, what you say and what you do is in alignment. If that is true, then you don't have to worry what other people are saying about you because your actions speak for you. Okay, so like you don't need to get all caught up in this. We have Ace of Wands reversed. I heard like cock blocking also. I'm wondering if like there's a little bit of some of that energy going on, especially with like the Lovers and the Four of Wands. Like maybe somebody's jealous. Maybe somebody's jealous of you and trying to like cock block. But I'm also kind of seeing this as like being a stick in the mud. Like again, like we can't get other people to change their behavior. All we can do is redirect. So if that's what we have to do, like this also speaks to inaction, right? So again, like shutting fuck up, okay? And Six of Wands, success. So again, like you don't need to really worry about all of this gossip stuff. I would say like disengage from it entirely if you can, which I think you can. Pay no heed. Use your words to speak your truth, okay? Like whatever power dynamics are going on or like trying to happen behind the scenes, like I would just call it how I see it in this situation and stay firm in your stance. Like you don't need to budge on this. Like you can hold your ground and then you'll be able to like have some success. Okay? The Temperance reverse card too, it's kind of like a, it's so funny. I'm like there's overindulgence on this side, but like with the cups too, right? Like I don't think that these cups are you. I think that these cups are like, I mean, it's like maybe a person and then like some people and a dynamic that you might be a part of, but you don't have to be a part of, if that makes sense, right? It's not like, it doesn't have to be you. For some of you, it might be. But with this Temperance reversed, it's kind of like I have been through this before. Like I have disengaged from these types of situations. Like I know how to do that. I know how to hold boundaries. I don't need to get creative in this instance, right? Like Temperance is very much like creative and like that liminal space and like that potential. But reversed, there's like I've already done this and like I don't need to reinvent the wheel, you know? Like I already know what I say goes for me and like I don't need to budge in that. Like I can hold my ground and speak my truth, and that is just going to be beneficial for you. Is there anything else that we need to know about this situation? Because I'm kind of feeling like that's about it. Like, trust your intuition, trust what sounds right when other people are saying things, you know? Like, trust your gut. If you think someone is lying to you, then don't listen. Page of Wands, that's the gossip card. This is like the gossip card, okay? So yeah. This is like news spreads fast. Also, it's like it travels. It goes quick. It doesn't take long. And then I'm thinking of like the game of telephone, right? Like the game of telephone, it takes what? Like less than 5 minutes, and by the end the message is all garbled. Like it's totally different from what it had started out originally. So again, like don't like feed the rumor mill. Don't like get on this gossip train, okay? Because I don't think it's going to take you very good places, right? Like this Ace of Wands reversed is what gets you to the success. It's not it's not this Page of Wands here upright, like this, right? Like the page is holding a wand upright. So like engaging in that is not going to give you success. Pitying people is not going to give you any kind of success. And it's so funny because this card, it means like swiftness, like things moving fast, like I said. But I also, for me, this card indicates boundaries. It's like holding fast. is how I interpret this card. This is like, that's what this card means for me and how it shows up for me. So yeah, there might be some people trying to like garner your pity and like trying to get you to like maybe even give them money, or like give them your time or your energy or whatever. And it's just like, don't even feed into that. Don't cut it out. Cut that out. Like, you're good. Okay. Like, you don't need any of that. All right. Like, it's kind of like, move on from this. This is not important, right? Like, you know what is important and you can focus on that. And this shit is not important. And it's not helping anybody either. And I think you see that. And like, again, like, I'm hearing you can't change anybody else. Like, you're not gonna be able to change anyone else. You can only redirect how you are behaving. And like, talking negatively about other people, judging other people, it's not going to help the situation. And you might think that you're like, oh, I'm processing my feelings around like how this person is behaving, and like that's gonna help me address it. But it's really not. This Page of Swords too, I'm here like with these pages, it's like, okay, like that is page shit, right? We are not a page, okay? It's almost like, I'm almost getting like this king is acting like a page. This king is like acting like he doesn't know better, but he does, okay? The king knows better, but he is behaving foolishly and childishly and quickly. Like there's a lot of like quick judgment, flash judgments, and like quick to like turn around and be like, oh my God, this thing happened. What the hell? This keeps happening. Oh my God, with this person. And it's like, how is that helping? It's not helping. So I would say if you are engaging in this dynamic, right, of gossiping with the people you're close to, if you need to talk about it, talk to somebody about it who doesn't know the person, who's not involved, like, in any way. Talk to a professional, talk to a therapist, okay? Like, because again, it's not getting you anywhere. It's not super helpful. And it's exhausting. It's taking all of your energy, okay? It is distracting you from what is actually important. It's slowing you down. This is going to burn you out if you keep behaving in this way, right? That's the deal with the gossip, okay? It's going to run you down. It's going to wear you out. We're done, okay? We're done. We're done with this. We are putting a hard stop to this. And that's how we get the success, okay? We're standing firm in our ground, and we are being discerning, and we are using our judgment in a positive way to understand that, like, news travels fast and people get the message mixed up all the time, okay? And it's hot outside, and like, my brain doesn't work, okay, in this heat. My brain doesn't work. So you think people are going to be telling you the correct story of somebody else? My video cut out. I think like there might be a rascal in our midst. I was going to say, you think that like you're going to get the correct story from someone who heard this thing that happened to this other person, or like someone who is experiencing this thing with another person, but then is making their own assumptions of like what that other person is going through to make them act that way toward them. No, you're not gonna get the whole story. And there can be multiple truths at the same time, but you don't have to hold all of them. This is what happens when you try to hold every single truth. You don't need to hold everybody else's truth. You can just hold your own truth and be good. All right? You do not need to be like the arbiter of the stories. You don't need to do that. It's fine. Actually, like it's actually fine. I'm going to do one more card because I'm like so done. I just want to go. I just saw the Tower. We're not even going to go there. We avoided it. We narrowly avoided the Tower, okay, just now. I just want to go watch The Last of Us. Hang out. So, what else we got? What do we want to focus on instead of the gossip, right? Like, we know what our truth is, so, like, let's go, I guess. They don't want to say what to focus on. Oh, there we go. We got 4 more cards. Did you see that? Did you see that? These were like, they just flipped over and then they were in the middle. I don't know if you saw that because my hands were low in the video. The camera is angled upward. Okay. There are a lot of options currently. There's a lot that you could be focusing on. We see. This is interesting. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Queen of Wands. This is interesting. I'm kind of getting this, like, honestly, it's interesting because, like, the Queen of Wands is usually like, I know what to do and I know when to do it. I'm going to do it right now. But I'm also like, with the Queen of Swords reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed, it's kind of like, maybe don't, though, because I think the Queen of Wands, while she knows when to act, she also knows when to not act, right? Okay, so, like, yes, there are a lot of options. Yes, there are a lot of places that you could be putting your energy, and I think that you are allowed to just, like, not. You're allowed to just sit with it, and you're allowed to, like, hold your investments close and be discerning about, like, where you're spending your money, because I think that's important right now, and where you're voicing your opinions also, like who you're voicing your opinions to, what you're saying, and how you're spending your time, energy, money, right? What you're thinking, what you're saying, how you're saying it. Maybe don't just like blah, 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 right out into the wind. How, whatever, right? Like, if there's, like, gossip going around, you probably want to be careful with your words and what you're saying and who you're saying it to. Okay? I'm just saying. And the King of Pentacles reversed, again, like, being very wary of your energy, and I would just say, like, enjoying what you have. Because now is, I was going to say it's not a time of abundance. I think it is a time of abundance, but I think it's more like it's a time of tactics. Okay? Tactical tactics. You know. It's a time to be tactical. It's a time to be intentional about where you are spending, your time, energy, and money. I'm just going to keep repeating myself until you get it, okay? Look at where you are spending your time, energy, and money, and see where you can just, like, maybe not. Because I think there is a little bit of excessive talk, there's excessive spending, and you will know when to go. When the time comes, you will know, okay? And it's not now. It might be, like, Leo season, maybe? That might be a good time for some action to start going. But right now is kind of, I feel like we're just smoothing things over. And these options, I think you don't actually need to make a decision right now, which is interesting because usually I say the opposite with the 7 of Cups. But, like, honestly, with this cup energy over here that we had before, I wouldn't fuck with those cups. I think that the options will kind of, like, sort themselves out, and you will be able to see if you just kind of, like, take a step back and just, like, look at what's happening and become the observer and not, like, being so invested in what's happening, right? don't be so invested in what's happening in all of the stories and holding what is the actual truth or wanting to know what everybody's little truths are. If you take a step back, you're not so invested, you don't necessarily share your opinion with everybody. I know that might be hard for some people. I know it's hard for me. So maybe, like, why do you think I'm a tarot reader? Okay, maybe don't share your opinions with everybody. Look at where you're investing your energy. Don't be so invested in people's stories or in your own story that you're telling yourself up in here, because remember, like, we're kind of done with that. We're putting that to rest. We're not believing the stories that we tell ourselves so much, right? We're in this period of, like, I don't need to do all that, okay? This is, like, 7. It could be, like, July, right? Like, Cancer season, 7 of Cups. That could be a thing, right? I think, like, the options will come up and you will know. And I think that there's going to be some people who are like, oh, you need to take this right now, actually. Like, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime event, and, like, you won't have this opportunity again, and I'm not going to offer this thing to you again. I would be wary of those situations. I like to think that you know best. And sometimes, like, getting caught in all of the drama gets the better of us. But when we are still and we don't move, when we aren't, like, thinking about all of the different choices that we could be making in the future, we have better access to our intuition, and we can notice what's happening around us better, and therefore receive the messages from the universe better. Okay? That's that on that. I don't think there's anything left for me to say on this. It feels pretty straightforward to me. Thank goodness. I love that. I love it when it's straightforward and when there are answers, right? Oh my God, look at that. I did have some answers. I do know some things. Ooh, that's dangerous territory. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so if you want, if you enjoyed, if you like, please give me a little like on this video and give me a little subscribe on my channel and comment. Not because of the algorithm stuff, but comment so that I can know how this resonated with you, because it really helps me keep showing up. Because if I don't know that this is helpful to anybody other than myself, I might not do it. Maybe one day I will value myself enough to continue to do it, and that's what we're working toward, right? That's the goal. But in the meantime, I love external validation. Please give it to me. Or feedback or criticism, whatever. I could take it. All right. I will talk to you later. And if you want a reading from me, hit me up at thesharpestteeth@gmail.com. And if you want to send me a little Skrilla, because I could use it, Venmo me. My Venmo is sharpestteeth. Okay? Cool. Thanks.